There's no end to what you can do when you live the vintage life, as I pride myself in living. If you find a vintage recipe in a vintage 1938 magazine, you can cook it. Side note, what's great about the recipes is that they're naturally macrobiotic. People cooked with the seasons because they used what was available. Now I know where Jack Spade went for inspiration when he created his recent line. These are incredible. They're durable. They've been through the war, literally, and now they're waiting to be adopted and used. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to honor the Church of the Vintage Mind. And I have to say, this Methodist church sign is so incredible. I picture this in a country home over a dining room table. It is a piece of history, and I love that someone salvaged it and is selling it here today. Do you want to see the American dream? Come to a flea market or an antique shop, because there are so many traces of what people loved and valued, and you can bring into your own home. You want a little bit of country, but you live in the city? How about trying a shaker chair or two and a table? It doesn't matter if you're on Avenue A of New York City. If you put this in your kitchen, you're gonna feel a little bit of country, even if you're a little bit rock and roll. I'm not a great cook, so one of the best ways to get me interested in spending some time in the kitchen is vis-a-vis a vintage cookbook. There are so many here that I'm finding that are really fun and easy to understand. Many were designed to use very few items in the kitchen because people had to do without. They were written during the Depression or World War II when things were rationed, and I find I like the recipes and respond to them. You can have haute cuisine. I prefer vintage cuisine. You can sit down, eat your vintage meal on vintage china at a vintage table in a vintage chair and read a vintage magazine. Listen, I don't like the Kardashians. I don't watch a lot of reality television. There's no wonder that I like looking back to a simpler, sweeter time. And living with antiques and shopping at flea markets helps me make that life possible.